Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to like a life update, channel update, whatever you want to call it. I apologise if the audio is not as great as it usually is. I decided not to put my microphone on. I'm just doing this via my Sims headphones, so I hope you guys don't mind, but I just wanted a little chat with you, I think. First of all, in terms of the channel, I love my channel. No series will ever just stop. I know that with The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, I'm very chilled out about them, and you only get like sparing episodes whenever and wherever. So I do apologise for that, but they take a lot of work to do. It takes a lot to try and set it all up. It's so easy for me just to click into Sims 4 and boot that up and get going. Whereas Sims 2 and Sims 3, they do take a lot of loading and things like that. So it's when I really have a lot of time to do it. Last week I was actually off work, so I was able to just record loads and stuff. So I did manage to do a Sims 2 and a Sims 3 for you guys. I'm actually recording this. You guys won't actually get this video for a couple of weeks yet, like 2 weeks today. So and the reason for that is my upload is not good right now. We've moved into a new flat, which you guys know, and we're all settled in. It's great. I love it. But our internet is not the highest internet anymore, which means my uploads are really, really slow. It takes about a day for, or it will take 2 days for a whole video. So in terms of uploads, it's hard, and I think at the minute we are just like using our friend's internet just to upload my videos. Everything else is fine with it. It's just the uploading videos, which is kind of the important part for you guys. So please bear with me if I don't get videos out to you for like several days at a time. It's genuinely because I need to go to my friends and steal their internet to upload my videos, and I just haven't had time because of work and life in general, I suppose. So I think that's that. The main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is my health. Now, obviously, I started my channel in 2016, in January, properly started the Sims stuff, and I love it. For me, it's a hobby. I'm not here to like be one of the greats like Urban Sims or English Simmer or Coffee, Rory, and they're on a different level to me. I'm always going to be a small channel, and I recognise that, and you guys support me so much, and I am so grateful for that, and I appreciate that. I honestly do. It is a hobby. It's never going to be full-time work for me because it's just not a reality for me, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. So it does mean that my channel's not going to be happening daily and stuff like that. I'm not going to have videos daily. There are going to be days when I don't have a video. Yesterday I put on my Twitter, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, I suggest you do, only because that's when you'll definitely know when videos are coming. I do polls on there so you guys can decide which videos you fancy that day to see. Do you want to see the next part of Vampires, the next part of Not So Berry, things like that. Not So Berry is actually doing really well on this channel. I'm really pleased about. But there are days when I do need to rest. I mentioned in my videos before about my heart condition, but I've never really gone through it with you guys, and it's very hard for me because I look like a normal person. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not disabled in any way, which I am very grateful for. I'm very lucky for. But I struggle every day. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm actually a bit breathless today, and I keep pausing just to catch my breath. And that is because when I was born, my heart did not develop fully. We've got the 4 ventricles, or the 2 main pumping chambers. One of my pumping chambers, basically one half of my heart, the one that pumps blood around the body, did not develop. And as a baby, I used to get very blue in my lips and my nails because I didn't have enough oxygen going around. And when I say to people I've got a heart condition, they sort of go, oh, like a hole in the heart? And I go, no, it's way more complex than that. And it really is. It's a struggle some days. It really is. And recording for a long period of time, at times I find myself breathless. I think I did this month's current household, and I listened back and I had to keep pausing to get my breath. And there are days when I have that. So if I do have that, I will try not to record because I don't want you guys to hear that. You don't need to hear the struggle, So basically, when I was 3 3/4, I had a major heart operation. That was 24 years ago, mind, and I'm doing pretty darn well. So this is great, but it's basically I've had about 8 operations in total, and they're like range from minor to the major one. And my major one was what they call a Fontan. All I'm aware of that is, and it's also complex that even I can't describe it. They basically made a way for me to get oxygen around the body using my other pumping chamber. But that means that oxygen going to my lungs is limited. And when I get my oxygen levels measured, for the normal person, it's 99%. My oxygen levels on a daily basis are 92, 93. And from what I know from the first aiders at work, I like to scare them a bit. It's quite a little joke. It's not a joke, but to me, when it's an everyday thing, you like to sort of play on it a bit and wind people up with it. They would, if they had a kid in the school that was on 93, they would send them straight in an ambulance to the hospital. But for me, that's just normal. And it's just things like that. I can't walk very far. I get very tired easily. I get achy legs because of my circulation. I sometimes have swelling in my ankles. And for the future, they don't know what's going to happen with me because my condition is such a rare condition. It's likely that I will go into heart failure at some point, which is manageable and treatable with medication. And it's likely that I will need a heart transplant, which is just mind-blowing. And I'm not saying all this for sympathy or a sob story. I'm not. I'm just literally, this is the facts. This is what I cope with on a daily basis. And this is why YouTube, even though you guys are so important to me, my channel's important to me, it has to be just a hobby. And there will be times when I can't commit to bringing you a video. So that's really why. The main reason I'm sort of opening up about all this at the minute is because in a week's time, you'll see this video a week before, I'm actually going for surgery. Now, it is minor surgery, but because of my condition, it's sort of, basically it's something that could be done at my local hospital. But because of my heart condition, nothing's ever simple with me. I have to go to a hospital 4 or 5 hours away from me to be taken under the wing of the cardiac specialists so that they can monitor me. And I have to go in at least 2 days before my surgery to be taken off the medication I'm on, which is warfarin. Warfarin is a blood thinner. It basically thins your blood so it can help go around, stops blood clots in places where it shouldn't be. And it's one of those medicines that keeps me alive, basically. They have to wean me off that, in a sense, and put me on another medication, which has the same effect, but will not have the same side effects. So warfarin is a very dangerous drug in the fact that it will cause you to bruise easily. When you bleed, it's really bad, really heavy bleeding in any sense. So obviously to do surgery when I'm on that is dangerous, because I could lose a lot of blood regardless of what surgery it is. So they're gonna switch me over to another medication, which means that I need to go in hospital at least 2 days before my surgery so that they can do that and monitor me the whole time, because it is so dangerous in a sense. I'll then have my surgery next Thursday afternoon, and then that's another thing I'm kind of worried about, is because it's general anaesthetic, and you just don't know how you're going to react to it. I didn't when I was younger. I was fine when I was younger, but now I'm an adult. My heart's obviously gotten older. It's had to develop with what they've put into it, like the plumbing, I guess, has had to change as I've grown up. So I don't know how strong it is to deal with stuff like that. And so yeah, then they have to take me off this medication they've put me on and put me back on my warfarin so that I can continue taking it daily like I do. And the frustration is I'm going to be in hospital. My surgery's on a Thursday afternoon, so they're likely to monitor me on the Friday and not let me go home that Friday. And I am a bit concerned because we do have the NHS, and the NHS I wouldn't be here without. And you know, it's a godsend for me. I'm scared if they privatise it, and it's just. But I do understand that with staff cuts and things like that, that it may be a case that I won't be discharged until Monday, because weekends not a lot always happens at hospitals, and I completely understand that, but that kind of upsets me a bit. So it's going to be hard. The worst thing is that and the thing I can't get my head around at the minute is that they are probably going to have to monitor me in intensive care, and just those two words, intensive care, it's terrifying, you know. I hold my hand up. I'm 27 years old, and I am terrified of this. It's minor surgery, but because of my condition, it's major, and I'm so scared, and I wish people would understand that. Not you guys. I just mean like people around me. They don't get that I'm just putting on a facade at the minute. I'm just getting on with normal life, but in the back of my head, it's there. I am terrified of what's going to happen and the risks that are involved. There's always risks involved, and I know they're going to sit there and say you can be at risk of a stroke, you could be at risk of blood clot, and all this stuff during the surgery while I'm under general anaesthetic, and I'm terrified. The worst thing is it is 5 hours away from home. My dad is going to take me up to the hospital, and then he's going home again. So I'm going to be there on my own until the day of the surgery. Then my husband, my mum and my dad are coming up. They're staying for a couple of nights, and then they'll go again, and then when I'm discharged, my dad will come pick me up. So they're only really going to be there for like a little bit of time, and most of that time I'm going to be out on general anaesthetic. So a lot of this time, to be honest, my mum has said if I'm in intensive care, sorry, they will be there. They will wait until I'm out of intensive care and back on a ward. They're not going to go anywhere. But the reality is, none of us can really afford for them to stay overnight in a hotel or anything for however many nights while this is happening, because it's, you know, it's pricey, it's short notice, and I don't know, guys. So that does mean next week I'm actually off work from the Monday, because I will be going up to Bristol that week, and when I come back, I don't know when I'm coming back, because it all depends how everything goes. I'm trying not to think the worst, but of course you do in these situations, you just do. I know I'm really lucky for the fact that I can work full time. Well, to an extent, I now work 4 days a week instead of 5 because of my health. I am a lucky person. I could be in a wheelchair. I could have been brain damaged from my operation. I wouldn't even be here if we didn't have the NHS, because I couldn't afford to pay any of it. My family couldn't, and you know, there's so many things I can be grateful for. And I have a wonderful husband who looks after me. So, you know, I'm scared, and I don't know what will happen during that time with videos and stuff. So this is just, I guess, to give you guys a heads up that next week and the week after I'm going to be, obviously it's going on, and I don't know what's going to happen with videos. I will upload them as soon as I can, but like I said, if you follow me on Twitter, it's at SophStar007. I always have it in the description below my videos, so do check it out. If you do want to follow me on there, just so you know when videos are coming. I always update the day a video's coming. I always update and put the thumbnail up on my Twitter so you guys know exactly what's coming. And if there aren't any videos coming, I usually say there's no videos coming, because I need to rest or for whatever reason. So anyway, guys, I feel like I've just talked your ear off, so I'm really, really sorry. And all you've got is my avatar to have a look at, and that's probably really boring now. So I just felt like I needed to talk to you guys about it, and it feels better actually just saying it all out loud, how I feel about everything, because I don't think people get it. I try and explain to friends and stuff, and they just don't get it. They're like, "You'll be fine, you're under the best care," and I get that, I know that, but it's the psychology and the emotional fear of it all. And it's the build-up. That's the worst. The surgery itself, I'm sure, will be fine. I'm sure everything will go smoothly. But it's the build-up, and it's the emotional dealing with it, and that's hard. So, so yeah.
I'm gonna go. I hope, I'm not going to say I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because there's not really a lot to enjoy, but if you guys want to share this video just to let other people know what's happening, I completely understand that, and I just thank you for your support. You guys are great, and I know I'm not like the best YouTuber around, but like I said, it's a hobby of mine, and any support that I get from you guys, any view on a video, any like, any comment, I love it. I really do. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, this is why I wanted to open up to you guys and just let you know about what's happening and stuff. So if you would like to subscribe to see any videos that may upload at any time, make sure you click on that subscribe button, and I will speak to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.